Oh, it's a motherfucking Coco, baby. What up, everybody? It's your boy, Coco. Welcome back to another Chaos Child. If you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. With that being said, let's go ahead and hit that intro and we'll get things started. Alright. So, last time we found out Kokogaming was sucking hella dicks. And we were trying to pretty much make him straight. But unfortunately, we couldn't help Kokogaming, so he ended up being gay the whole time. So, that's like pretty much the plot of the story at this point. So, yeah, we gotta see what's gonna happen. Oh, and we found out that Kokogaming hates on Call of Duty because he can't download the game and shit, and he can't play it on his phone. So, that's pretty much the plot of the story at this point. So, we gotta figure out how to cure his gayness. Ah, shit. Damn. Motherfucker, damn. Kicking bitches out. Oh, that cry. I hate that cry. Coco X Digs Part 19. Call of Duty Cream Pies on dick. The fuck? Well, cream pies, that means that's like females, right? Let's pick up where we left off. I know when I had things. That can only mean what? Nah, Coco. The one who have the contagious just spreading the kids' gayness everywhere. How the fuck? Anyways, we were last time in the classroom, I think, and we were pretty much trying to continue with us investigating the case. It was October the 7th, I think. And we'll see where that left off. Oh yeah, Takura was in the bathroom. The fuck? Why are they both moaning? Oh yeah, wait. I think Kurusu wanted to bring him back, right? Who the fuck is in the... What? Are they gone? Are they gone? Sarika was sitting with her legs crossed on the cold floor looking up at me. I put my ear up to the door and tried to see if there was anyone outside. It's safe. No one's there. Then let's give up and go home. My butt's starting to hurt from all the... How about I give you a little lecture? A few years ago I saw this. I think it was on the news. There was a guy who was in the bathroom and the lock broke and he got stuck inside for 2 days. The fuck? When they saved him, they asked him what it was like to be locked in a room for 2 days, and he said, "I'm glad there was a toilet." The fuck? There's 2 of us in here, so I can't go to the bathroom. But a girl pee in my mouth. Damn it, she was right for once. But she was right. I was reaching my mental limits too. Coco spreads his gayness like when he spreads his legs and cheeks. Whoa! It was past 10 now, which meant we'd spend more than 2 hours locked inside the bathroom. We were on the 5th floor of AH Tokyo General Hospital in the woman's toilet near the lobby. We learned in the club room this morning that the creator of the sumo stickers was here. Sarika and I came to the hospital right after that. Each floor of the hospital had different sections, and each section had its own lobby. So we were able to go around to each floor and gather information by talking to the people there. Well, it was mostly Sarika who did the talking. And then we'd heard that there was someone in a private room in the back of the 5th floor who drew a lot of creepy pictures. I got excited. The person drawing the pictures might know something. But there was a problem. Namely, the ward they were staying in. There were 2 wards on the 5th floor. The first was the gastroenterological ward, straight down the hall from the lobby. But to get to that place where we wanted to go, you had to take a right from the lobby and go to the psych ward. To meet with patients in the psych ward, you needed permission from the patient and the hospital. If you weren't there to meet someone, you wouldn't even be allowed in. While we were sitting in the lobby trying to come up with a plan, visiting hours for the psych ward ended. Then hours of the gastroenterological ward ended too, and we had no good excuse for being there any longer. And that's how we got where we are now. I was trying to figure out how the fuck they ended up in the bathroom in the first place. So where they are, are they hiding inside? If I hadn't taken Sarika's advice and chosen to hide in the women's restroom, where the stalls were inevitably in use more often, someone would have gotten suspicious of us a long time ago. No, maybe they already were suspicious. Damn it, I wanted to get some more information before we left. When Ito saw the pair in the pictures at the club room, we proposed we start investigating them immediately. But I decided to temporarily leave that to him and visit the hospital. I didn't tell Ito where I was going or why. If he knew I was putting a priority on verifying information on a homepage run by a crazy man with no sources even given, he'd make fun of me. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. That's why I wanted to find something. My phone suddenly started to vibrate. Kurusu? I frowned when I saw the name. By the way, Sarika's better than Kurusu, so you can go fuck yourself if you got Kurusu and the waifu's shit. Kurusu's a little bitch. Sarika's better, by the way, FYI. Damn. And at a time like this, too.
Taku?
Look how cute she is. Sexy as fuck. Taku! You're not going to answer it, Sarika seemed to say silently. Salty as fuck. I decided to ignore the phone call. You're sure? I don't exactly have a choice. I'm sure if I answered it, she'd just be annoying again. Whatever it was, chances are it was something I wanted to hear. It wasn't something I wanted to hear, and I couldn't exactly hold a conversation right now. Remember, we're staying neutral in this gameplay. We're not using negative or positive. We're staying neutral this time around. Only because we don't want to take... in the second playthrough, we're probably going to go with the positives. Third playthrough, probably go all the negatives. 2 hours, huh? I didn't know being quiet and doing nothing was so tiring. Sarika had her arms crossed over her knees. She looked upset. Was I imagining it, or had she been really fidgety over the last 10 minutes? It's weird. I never thought I'd be spending hours in a girl bathroom stall with you at this age. Whoa, what the fuck? What you mean, baby girl? Don't say that, just hang in there a little longer. I can if you want. What do you mean if I want? That sounds like some R. Kelly shit. But I don't think there's much of a point to this. So this is what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe they're hiding in the bathroom because they're trying to wait until the security or anybody who's out there is gone, so that way they can go ahead and inspect the guy. But it's not going to end good if the person is crazy, and they're especially in the psych ward. Sarika sighed a little. I looked away from her. I was starting to fidget a little, maybe because we'd been talking about going to the bathroom. Okay, let's go, Taku. We can come back tomorrow. Sarika stood up and rubbed her butt a little. What you mean she rubbed her butt? Trying to take a dookie? It doesn't bother you? This hospital is... This was the hospital we'd snuck into a long time ago looking for an urban legend called Amy. In the end, we had to give up before we could figure it out because if there was some connection between the sumo stickers and these hospitals... Sure, it bothers me. If we can't find out something, I'd like to. But don't you think it's a better idea to give up now, then come back tomorrow during visiting hours and wait for another chance? Meh. Well, yeah. If we leave now, as long as they don't catch us on this floor, we can't just walk straight out, right? This place had an ER, so it was open at night, and the people would be going in and out. As long as we could get to the first floor lobby safely, we'd be able to walk right out. Damn it, maybe we didn't have a choice. Fine, let's just... Another vibrating dildo? Really? My phone vibrated again. Again? Wait. I thought it was Kurusu calling me again, but it wasn't. I checked once again that there was no one in the restroom and answered the phone. Hello? Hey, Miyashiro, where are you right now? What's wrong? The vice president wants us to stop chasing the case. She's pissed. Meaning Kurusu? So he told on us? That mother... Seriously? She asked me what you two were doing right now. Or more like, she screamed at me. It was scary. You didn't. Yeah, Ito said. I told her everything, and then she said I needed to take down the camera. Then she changed her mind and said she was going to do it herself, and hung up. This motherfucker, Takashi 69 looking motherfucker, just gave us up to Kurusu. Why didn't you keep your mouth shut? You know that's impossible, man. Damn it, that coward. Well, I knew how he felt. Anyway, I told her that there was something else that you were interested in, and you'd gone with Onoe to look into it. I don't know what you're doing, but apologize before she kills you, and answer the phone when she calls. He hung up before I could say anything. It was clear that he wanted to stay out of this. With nothing else to do, I put away my phone. So Non's feeling better. Good. Sarika looked happy. She must have overheard the conversation. No, it's not good. But that's just like her. Sarika nodded to herself, satisfied. She really did look happy. Whose side are you?
Yours, Taku. You don't want Nan to be sad, do you?
Well, no, never mind.
Taku, we're leaving?
Just so we're clear, I'm not giving up. I just didn't feel like I was going to find out anything more by staying here. I just came back tomorrow during visiting hours and dodged Kurusu somehow. Okay. There was no one around. The nurse at the nurse's station was staring at her PC. Oh my god, it's about to go crazy right now. I bet you some shit's about to happen. If we were crouched down, she couldn't see us. I motioned to Sarika and we quietly left the bathroom and started for the lobby. We made it across and arrived in front of the elevator. I looked ahead and saw an automatic door with thick frosted glass. The psych ward lay beyond it. Next to it was a control terminal with an intercom. When visiting, you would say your name and have them unlock the door from the inside. Damn it. During visiting hours, I'd been sitting in the lobby waiting for the automatic door to open. I tried to see if there was a way to sneak in alongside another visitor, but had run out of time before I've gotten the chance.
Taku, there's nothing we can do. Let's come back.
Sarika must have noticed me staring at her because she motioned for me to leave. Yeah. She was right. If we use the elevator, they might notice the sound. We just have to take the stairs. What? No, don't say that. Wait a minute, the door's just opened.
Taku?
Sarika stopped just before she reached the stairs. Just now. No way, the fucking doors just opened. Huh? I heard a beeping noise coming from the automatic door. Someone was coming out? I dragged Sarika out onto the landing for the stairs. That was weird. I didn't hear any footsteps. Huh? It's just open. What the fuck? Huh?
No way.
I took a look around from the corner and I saw that the door was open. Why? And there was no sign that anyone had come out. I could see deeper into the ward now that the frosted glass was out of the way. The hallway was dark and it was long past lights out. Why? Why had it opened? Was it set to open automatically from the inside and someone had walked close enough to trip the sensor? I hadn't seen anyone pass by. Footsteps. I nodded back at Sarika. She pointed down the stairs. Someone was coming up. What should we do? There wasn't enough time for the elevator to get here. The lobby was out of the question. Should we go up the stairs? Or would we be safe if we just walked downstairs and acted like nothing was wrong? The dark hallway seemed to be beckoning to me. There were no guards or nurses around it.
Deku, you aren't any different from anyone else. You're just a teenage boy.
I grabbed Sarika's hand and ran straight for the open door. I don't know what's going on, but this is our chance. Let's go. Sarika was behind me, so I couldn't tell if she nodded or not. I ran faster so I wouldn't have to hear my heart pounding, and a moment later, we were inside the psych ward. As I listened to the door shut behind me, I moved up next to the wall and took a look around. It was too dark to see all the way to the end of the hallway, but there didn't seem to be anyone there. The green light of the emergency exit reflected off the floor, bathing us in a dim light.
Deku, your hand.
I realized that I was still holding Sarika's hand. I quickly let go, and she turned her hand toward the wall. Look! Oh? She was pointing at a simple map of the ward. It showed the nurse's station, the exam rooms, and what were probably the numbers for the patients' rooms. The person who drew those pictures was in a private room in the far back, right? Sarika nodded. But the map didn't say if the rooms were singles or not. I looked at the doors in front of me. There were plates with what looked like two patient names. These rooms were doubles, which meant that any room with the same layout was also probably a double. I looked back at the map. Where were the private rooms? If I found them right here. Damn, they really are in the back.
That way?
Sarika pointed further down the hall. With Sarika behind me, I turned to the side and started to walk as quietly as I could. That weird scent unique to hospitals was stinging my nose. I was used to it, but it was still a little creepy. And it was too quiet. If this was a psych ward, I expected to hear some crazy screaming or something. No, that's just prejudice. Even if it's a sealed ward, most of the patients here are probably just old people with Alzheimer's. You wouldn't expect the patients to be screaming 24 hours a day, especially after lights hour. But what was with the air here? Oh no, what the fuck? No, it didn't matter. It was just another dim hallway. It wasn't going to the scene of the crime at this time. I wasn't going to the scene of the crime this time. Huh? And then I realized. Come to think of it, when I'd gone inside the Love Hotel, I'd first tried to get past the door, then almost given up. I turned around and saw the empty hallway stretching out before me, past a confused Sarika. The automatic door was on the other side of the corner. The door opened on its own then, too. That's right, the door to the hotel had opened on its own, just like the automatic door here. The police had told me I'd been mistaken, but maybe it was really...
Deku, what's wrong?
Nothing. I realized that I'd stopped moving. Crap! Was that a nurse?
This way.
Don't tell me they're in a bathroom again. Oh, there was blood in Matsushita's 4. What? Again? Did it come out? Well, you see? I could hear what sounded like 2 nurses in the hallway. Did they find us? No. I listened carefully. They seemed to be talking about a patient. Good, they hadn't found us. We would have stayed here until they left.
Hey, Taku. Actually...
Hmm?
When we snuck in last time, do you remember where we went?
I took my ear off the door. Of course I remember. No, actually, I don't remember where exactly. I try to think back to what I'd seen so many times in my dream. It was 8 or 9 years ago now, about that long ago. I was still in elementary school. But I don't think it was the psych ward. I couldn't remember how we got in it exactly, but I didn't remember sneaking through an automatic door. And that wasn't the kind of treatment you'd see in a psych ward. Actually, I don't think you could even call that treatment whatever it was. What's wrong? I was about to ask before I saw her face and realized what was wrong. Are you okay? Huh?
Yeah, I'm okay.
She clearly wasn't okay. Didn't she remember what happened before? Come to think of it, actually, she tried to act strong and failed last time too. We're not doing anything big here, we just get the information from the artist and go home, that's all, right? The nurses must have finished talking because I could hear the footsteps getting further away.
Okay.
Sarika slapped her cheeks with her hands to try and snap herself out of it.
Let's go, Taku.
Yeah. When we got to the room, the dim light of the emergency exit lamp was shining down on it.
Here?
I nodded. This was probably the place. It was a private room in the back and there were no named plates on the other private rooms we'd passed. I'm opening the door. There was no time to hesitate. We could run into a nurse at any moment. I looked to the left and right and checked that there was no one there before opening the door. It was a dark room with no lights. There was enough light to see my hands, but not my feet. Is there no one here? The bed against the wall was empty. The blanket was rolled up. Sarika looked over to see if I saw. Was this not the place? Maybe I'll check the other rooms. I went to leave when Sarika grabbed my arm. What? Taku, look! Eh? Sarika pointed at the back wall of the room. Her hand was shaking a little. It was too dark to see. I softly crept forward to get a better look. What the fuck did they see? What the fuck? Bro, I'm scared right now. What the fuck? I don't know. Nani's probably is using the Pringle can. What is this? What the fuck is this? The whole wall. The whole wall was covered with drawings of the sumo sticker in what looked like red paint.
I feel sick.
Sarika grabbed onto my arm. The warmth reminded me that I wasn't alone. That made me feel just a little better. If I'd seen this alone, I might have screamed and gone crazy. What's this smell? I noticed that there was an unpleasant scent coming from the red paint on the wall. It's gotta be blood. It's gotta be blood. I took another step forward, and then I realized. I put my hand in front of my mouth to stifle a scream, and then another hand in front of Sarika's mouth to stop her from screaming too.
What's wrong?
Sarika ripped my hand off from her mouth and clung to me tighter. This isn't paint.
Huh?
It's blood. The strange smell like rust was the same thing I'd smelled at the Love Hotel during the revolving dead incident. Who had drawn these? Who would draw something like this and in blood? I imagined someone locked in a dim room and endlessly drawing paintings in blood on a blank wall, and a shiver went down my spine. I got goosebumps all over my body. Nope, don't let it happen again. This place is dangerous. There was something very wrong with this room.
Deku, what are you doing?
AK Nani's blood. I suddenly realized I was holding a smartphone in my quivering hand, and without even realizing it, I pushed the record button and started filming the drawings on the wall. No, this isn't the time for this.
Let's go, okay?
Sarika tried to drag me back. Yeah, but my body wouldn't move. I knew it was dangerous to stay here, but I couldn't move. Sarika was saying something behind me, but while I could hear the sounds, I couldn't understand what they meant. And then I heard a sound The strange sight before me filled me with an indescribable terror. I was overcome by the idea that if I talked to her now, if she turned around, she would transform into something else and attack me. Deku? Huh? I heard my name and turned towards Sarika. Her hand was clutching my arm tightly. What's wrong? Oh no, eh? Why did you sound so scared? Why? Can't you see? Shaking, I pointed out the girl on the floor. But... Huh? There was no one there. I was standing in the middle of a hospital room, shaking and staring at the drawings of the sumo sticker design on the wall. My hand had numbly lowered, and my smartphone was recording only my crotch. Are you okay? Sarika looked at me worried. What happened to the girl? Girl? What are you talking about? She was just there, right? There was no one in the direction I was pointing. Just eerie pictures in an empty room. Oh no! Don't scare me like that! Then that was just a delusion? Or maybe whoever had drawn the bloody pictures on the wall was already dead. But some trace of their spirit was bound into those paintings that trapped inside the room. No, that was way too paranormal for me. It was impossible. But I couldn't get the image of the crouching girl I thought I had seen out of my mind. Honoe, let's go. This probably isn't a good place. I took Sarika's hand and slowly started to walk backwards. It felt like if I made a sound, all of the eyes of the sumo drones on the wall would open and stare at me. We made it back to the door and jumped into the hallway. Oh, thank God they escaped. Thank God. Oh, my Lord. That was scary. Oh, fucking yeah, that was scary. Come here. You can do that later. Call the doctor, too. Something might have happened. I could hear frantic voices down the hallway. Oh no. The hospital staff must have heard my scream. They probably thought something bad had happened to a patient. They were going to find us. Huh? Did I just hear a sound from the emergency exit? Taku, here! It's open! Sarika jumped onto the door. Hurry! Yeah. My man Taku got supernatural powers or some shit. Every time something happens, he opens the door by with his mind. Well, did you find anything? Everything's normal. What do you think happened? I could faintly hear the voices of the nurses running back and forth across the hallway. Evidently, they hadn't found us. We're saved, right? I could hear Sarika take a sigh of relief in the darkness. Yeah. I used the light from my phone to look around. We were on the landing of a staircase. This was probably the emergency stairs. Now, in case you don't know, emergency stairs, all the lights are off. There's no lights there. How fucking creepy would it be if he saw the girl in those stairwells? Oh my god.
can probably get down from here.
Sarika looked down, illuminating the stairs with her own phone. Bro, what type of hospital don't have any cameras? You're not allowed to have cameras in the psych ward. You're only allowed to have cameras outside in the lobby area, but not inside of the actual psych ward. Those are actually laws in most countries when it comes to hospitals. Psych wards, for example, you're not allowed to have anything inside because it's for the patient's own safety, but you can have cameras outside of the lobby. That's why you have people to monitor them 24/7 and not cameras. And the emergency stairwell case doesn't have lights at all. It just doesn't. It's only because nobody uses those stairs. It should only be used for emergency exits. That's why. Once there's an emergency and you open that door, the lights are supposed to go red, and it's supposed to guide you on the way down, telling you where to exit the building. I know, but still, even the lobby neighbors enter to the lobby, but they never exit it. Like I said, this is the mystery. Maybe Taku has powers that somehow affects electronics or something like that, because my man has been able to. I don't know. At this point, that's the whole mystery at this point. Why was it opened?
Because it's the emergency exit, right?
But this is a sealed ward, right? If they were keeping the automatic door locked, there was no way they wouldn't lock the emergency exit.
They probably forgot to lock it.
Did they? Could we really get that lucky? And I was sure I'd heard a sound.
Taku, forget that. We need to get out of here.
Sarika pointed down the stairs. Yeah. You're right. I used the light from my phone to look at the knob of the emergency room. Good. It was the type that opened from the inside. The other doors probably were too. Let's go down and look for an exit.
Okay.
Maybe Nani just on all the cameras, then smeared his period blood on the lens so they can escape and shit. What the fuck?
Taku, this picture is on the wall.
Yeah. Sarika was probably thinking the same thing I was. What was that where the creator of the sumo stickers was kept? Or someone who had something to do with the case? But in the end, I had no answers. There was a whole wall of sumo sticker images drawn in someone's blood. That was the only information we had. Sarika seemed to understand that as well because she didn't ask any more questions. Good, it opened. I unlocked the door and quietly opened it, then peered down the hallway beyond. The fuck? What the fuck? You gotta be fucking kidding me. These are the people that were walking down the freaking hall. Oh my. If I was to see this shit in the middle. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I ducked without even thinking. I placed my hand on the open door to support myself and then quickly yanked my body back inside towards the stairs. Why? What were those two doing here? There was no mistaking it. Those were the two Ito had noticed in the club room this morning. Sarika stuck her head out just a little and saw them too. She dropped down. I put my hand over her mouth before she could finish. I know, so don't make any noise. Why were they here? Was there some connection between them and the sumo stickers after all? I could hear footsteps. Theirs. I couldn't move. They'd hear me. I froze and concentrated on what I was hearing. Good. They were heading further away. His fucking phone better fucking vibrate in the wrongest of moments. Oh my lord. Shit. Oh. Oh no. Not good, not good. This is not good. They were getting closer. Who were those two? What were they doing here? This is bad. Maybe the killers behind this case are...
There's a chance that something really bad could happen. Deku!
They're going to kill us? For a moment I felt incredibly cold, like my whole body had gotten smaller. The hand I was holding against the door was slippery with sweat. My heart was pounding loudly and it hurt to breathe. No, no! Suddenly my frozen body was yanked upward. I stumbled and tripped and was yanked up again.
This way!
Just as Erika kicked open some kind of door and dragged me through, I saw them pick up my phone. They have his fucking phone. No, Coco, your boy toy killed him. Turn off your vibrators. What the fuck?
We're okay now, right?
No, we're not. They have his fucking phone. Knowing that he recorded those fucking sumo stickers.
Let's rest a little.
I collapsed right onto the ground. I wanted to catch my breath, but it wasn't working. My legs were shaking from exhaustion, and my hands were shaking from the still lingering terror. It's okay. They aren't following us. I think. It was all I could do to muster a feeble nod. I had no idea why, but my hand shaking made me really mad. I slammed it into the asphalt. Damn it. How? What were they doing there? And now they had my smartphone with all its data.
I think they have something to do with the sumo stickers.
I think so too. I think so too. Yeah. It couldn't be a coincidence.
Hey, I got a call. Shin-chan. Hello? It's Onoe. What's wrong? Yeah.
Okay. My breathing had calmed down. I needed to get my thoughts in order. The phone had locked on it. The phone had a lock on it. They wouldn't be able to do anything with it immediately. It was clear that the sumo stickers were involved somehow in particular. That wall filled with sumo stickers, where nothing's happened yet, bothers me. Come to think of it, Kurusu said she was going to take down the security camera. What happened with that? Taku? Sarika turned around, moving very slowly. What's wrong? What did the expression mean? Sarika looked away from me for a moment and then back as if afraid of something painful. None was stabbed. Get the fuck? She was stabbed?
Big brother Takeru!
Where's Kurusu? Yui pointed towards the exam room in the back with a pained expression on her face. Damn it! This can't be happening! Kurusu! What? Again? Why? No, forget that. Kurusu! Where's Kurusu?
Be quiet. This is a hospital, remember?
Oh, is she okay?
Takeru?
What?
Take off your shoes. I'ma suck your dick.
Huh? Sorry. Remember, when you're in Japan, certain places where you go in, you have to take off your shoes out of respect. I'd forgotten to take them off when I came in, so I quickly yanked them off my feet.
What?
No, I could see a bandage through the gaps in her pajamas.
Oh, this?
Kurusu lifted up her shirt just a little to show me her stomach. It was wrapped in a thick bandage. 13 stitches. It's nothing bad. Oh shit! The motherfucker who runs the whole shit at the club room. Oh! You! Ooh! I felt a dull pain in my face. I collapsed to the ground and then he grabbed me by the shirt and lifted me back up. What the hell do you think you're doing, asshole?
Stop it, Kawahara.
I don't know if you think you're Sherlock Holmes or something, but this happened because you've been screwing around. She could have died, you know?
Kawahara!
He pushed me away violently. My face stung from the punch.
Hey, young man. Is this my beer?
Yes, supposedly there's a lot of the other stuff in it, too. Thank you.
Gen, thank you. Kawahara. Can you help him carry it to his house?
No, but...
Please.
fine. Yeah, get out of here, you bitch ass nibber. Trying to take Caruso away from us. Your bitch ass, good looking ass, bitch ass looking ass, SpongeBob looking ass motherfucker. Kawahara glared at me for a minute, then picked up the cardboard box and left. Ah, Deku! Ken. Why? Well, you know the vibes. Take care, Missy. Yes, you too, Ken. He's always so easygoing, isn't he? Why? I mean, no. What happened? Are you okay? Kurusu's hand slowly stretched down to the wound on her stomach. Gen happened to be passing by, and he saved me. He caught the person who stabbed me. That camera you planted, or I guess it was Ito, actually. That's... It doesn't matter. When I was taking down the camera, this strange person started talking to me. They said something about the place of a holy barrier. I didn't understand what they meant. And then they got really close to me all of a sudden. And stabbed her? Yeah, sheesh. I wonder where they even sell knives like that. Her voice was far more cheerful than I expected it to be. For some reason, that made everything suddenly seem real. Kurusu had really been stabbed. And then what happened? I hit them and ran away, of course. Jen happened to be passing by, and he caught them. And then we called 110. Wait, caught them? What do you mean them? That means plural. That means, don't tell me the two people are... Takuru? Is your wound okay? It just took off a little bit of the side of my stomach. My organs are all fine. I'm okay. I have a feeling it's that old ass bitch and that little ass baby girl. Oh, Miyashita. You're here, huh? It's been a while. Yeah. We're Jen and young Kawahara. I had them leave. And that gift? I gave it to him. I had Kawahara carry it. I see, Dad said as he scratched his head. Bro, I bet that never be piping Jen and shit on the side. Who will be piping who? Kawahara? Kawahara be piping a bum ass nibber? Wait, what? It really had been a while since I'd seen his face, not since I left the dorm. Sakuma, I'll be on my way. That's right. I'm sorry for the trouble. No cost. No, Kurusu is always a big help to us. Bye, Kurusu. Take care. Thank you. I'm sorry for the trouble. Alright. If you're here too, Miyashiro, this is good timing. The teacher turned around and scratched his head the same way my dad did. This is a little hard to tell you, and it's not entirely your fault, but the newspaper club is probably going to have to be shut down now. I nodded weakly. It didn't seem like there was anything else I could do. Well, you know, just think of this as a good lesson. Or maybe that's rude. In other words... Sir? Sir? Alright. Thank you. Kurusu made a motion to shoo him away. You're right. Kurusu suddenly sighed. They fucking shut down the newspaper club! Oh, Sakuma? What the fuck? I'm tired. Even if teachers are afraid of you. Wait, so wait, the old doctor fucks the bum? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's always like that, Dad. I'm going to rest upstairs after all.
So you saying the dad fucks the bum? The fuck? Are you okay? You can stay here until we open tomorrow.
The pain's not as bad now. I feel better in my own bed.
What did they give you at the hospital when they brought you in?
Ferropenem and Loxapram. I took a little more than a typical dose. You can't have any, okay?
She was at the hospital? Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa, bro. Why you want the details? Because it makes no sense what the fuck you saying, Loco Doken. We have so many questions right now. Wait, she was at the hospital, but they were at the hospital. So wait, what the none of this shit adds up. I'm not stealing your medicine. Shish. Tell me right away if you get a fever. Kurusu slowly got up. I could see her holding herself up with her hands to avoid putting pressure on her stomach. Kurusu, I'm sorry.
Takeru, stay here tonight.
I knew her wounds had to hurt, but she was acting completely normal. That just made me feel even more depressed. I said yes in a voice so small even I could barely hear it.
I'm fine. Don't stare at me like that.
Oh no. Kurusu slowly laid down on her bed. I told her I would help her get up to the third floor, but she said it would just make it harder for her to walk. At least I could bring the blanket all the way up to her shoulders.
Thanks. This really feels strange, you know?
Huh?
I'm not used to being the one someone else is taking care of. Oh, make sure you put some ice on that.
Kurusu pointed to my cheek. She must have been talking about where Kawahara hit me. You shouldn't be worrying about other people right now. And it was my fault that this had happened.
Listen, just so we're clear.
Kurusu tried to raise her head up, but her wound must have hurt her because she grimaced and laid back down.
This isn't your fault. Getting stabbed is my own responsibility.
But if I hadn't put up that camera...
That certainly wasn't a very good idea, but this wasn't something you could have predicted, was it?
That was true, but...
Oh, you can have the camera back. Did Yui put it around somewhere?
Don't tell me he's gonna look into the camera and then he's gonna find out who the fuck did it. Oh shit. Oh shit. I looked around the room and saw there was a paper bag on the desk. The camera had Ito set up was inside. Oh shit, oh shit. He's gonna find out who did it. Even though he lost the phone, but now he got the camera. There was some damage on a corner. It must have been dropped when she was stabbed. What was the guy who stabbed you like?
It was too dark to see well, but I think it was a man in his 20s or 30s. Sorry. Can you turn off the lights? It's really bright if you're lying face up.
Oh, okay. Let's get it on. I turned off the lights. Kurusu sighed to calm herself down.
After Gen caught him, he was screaming until the police got him. You fools didn't notice the alarm I sounded on the internet. I am the holy messenger of the victim, so don't touch me. That kind of stuff.
Wait a minute, what the fuck? Nani's the culprit? Did you just hear what he said? Did you just hear what the fuck he just said? I suddenly realized that reminded me of something. It was the same with that stuff about a barrier that Kurusu was saying downstairs. Could he be... He could be the artist that was fucking putting this fucking stuff. The guy who made that page.
The police said they'd come and ask me a bunch of questions tomorrow. I'll think I'll learn more then.
It felt like her voice was shaking a little.
Yuta got a love letter. He says from Kono. Do you remember her?
My man's got a love letter, the little motherfucker. Yeah, As I waited for her to finish her sentence, I could hear her soft breathing. She'd fallen asleep. I slowly stood up carefully not to make a sound. I adjusted the blanket over her once more and went to leave.
If you're still thinking about chasing that case...
She was probably talking in her sleep. I heard the rest as I left the room, and I understood what she was saying all too well. My room hadn't changed at all since I left half a year ago. It still had the same shelves, the same desk, and the same bed. Everything was as I remembered it. It's honestly amazing how little has changed. I figured it would either have been turned into a storage room or recovered. Oh right, my phone is... I checked my pockets for my phone only to realize that I dropped it at the hospital and that those two weird people had picked it up. I couldn't do it. I tried to remember what happened at the hospital, but instead I found myself thinking about the girl in the next room. My body was tired. My brain was telling me I needed to think about everything that had happened tonight, but I felt too exhausted. So I took out the scrapbook from its usual spot on the shelf. The same articles, the same incidents from the past. I'd seen them so many times, I was tired of reading about them. The newspaper article was from around 6 years ago during the Shibuya earthquake. The title was Robbery at a Refugee Shelter. My parents' names were in the article. Saneo Miyashiro, Eriko Miyashiro. The article said that the two of them had been killed by an unknown assailant. When I'd found out about this several months ago, I'd left the dorm and gone to live in Miyashita Park. I'd been told about my parents' death and I'd woken up from my coma about a year after the earthquake. But Dad and Kurusu had told me that they'd been killed in the earthquake. I closed the scrapbook and put it back on the shelf. The fact that my parents were murdered instead of simply dying in the earthquake was a shock to me. But I think it was a lot less of a shock than Dad and Kurusu expected. I'd experienced the earthquake personally. I'd seen for myself how awful the looting and robbery was. And my parents had neglected me and spent all their time at work. The 5.5 years that had passed since their murder crushed any desire I had to find the killer and take revenge. No, maybe I would never wanted to take revenge in the first place. My curiosity just made me want to find them. The bigger thing for me was... It was a shock to me that Dad and Kurusu were keeping it a secret. There were 2 rules at our Oba dorm. After dinner, everyone had to gather around the dinner table and talk, and no one was allowed to keep secrets. Just before I'd left, we'd had a huge fight. During the fight, Kurusu had told me she didn't want to make things any worse after I'd woken up from my coma. But at the time, that sounded like nothing but an excuse. I thought we weren't supposed to keep secrets, Kurusu. I called her by her last name. By the time I'd calmed down enough to think about how she must have felt, I'd already... Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Yes?
It's me. Can I come in?
It was Yui's voice. I told her she could come in, and the door opened slowly. What is it?
Nothing.
The two of them were together like usual. Yuto looked like he was so tired he could barely stand. The only reason that she'd brought him was probably that if he woke up in the dark alone, he'd be scared. This was another sight that brought me back a lot of memories.
It's been a while, brother Takuru.
Yeah, you know you shouldn't be up this late, right? I didn't know how late it was exactly, but it was probably long past 3 a.m.
It's only for a little, so who cares anyway? Is Big Sis Nona gonna be okay?
Yeah, she's asleep now.
I see. I'm glad.
Yui looked truly relieved.
Sheesh, I know she does it every day, but she shouldn't have been going to visit the memorial at that hour.
Huh?
You tell her too, okay?
Kurusu was visiting the memorial? Huh?
Yeah, that's what she said when she got back.
My heart skipped a beat. What was Kurusu doing? How much could she...
Big brother Takuru.
Yuto suddenly opened his eyes. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Then he put his head against Yui's shoulder and stopped moving. Yui sighed and held Yuto up so that he didn't fall over.
Big brother Takuru. I don't know what happened, but come back already, okay? You've got a lot of bath cleaning to do. Oh, and shopping.
I froze, unsure of what to say. Yui gave up on holding him steady and put him on her back.
Your room's nice and clean, isn't it? Big Sis Nono cleans it all the time. Anyway, good night.
Yeah. I slid my hand across the desk. There wasn't a single speck of dust. The second I saw this, I felt sharp pain deep in my nose and my vision blurred. I sat down, unable to stand. I felt the familiar sensation of the chair and stared at the wall I'd seen a million times before. Damn it. Why? When I left here, the biggest thing I felt wasn't rage at being betrayed by Dad and Kurusu. It was that I was different than everyone else. After I've gotten so sick of the wrong-siders in elementary school that I just stopped going altogether, after my parents had neglected me, this was the only place in my life that had been different. Kurusu, Yui, and Yuto had all lost their parents in the earthquake just like me. This was a family made out of people who had all gone through the same thing. But I was different. I wasn't just a victim. I was a victim whose parents had been murdered. I was the one person who was different. I was special. I wasn't like everyone else. Damn it. Sister. We're not actually family, are we? Yeah, you fucking heard her, you bitch ass nibba. You better cry like a little bitch. Then the tears started. In my head, I apologized to Kurusu again and again as I sat there unable to get up from my chair. Bad news. A man who looked like the sumo sticker asked someone for directions. Name: Spiral Barley Tea. Reproduction prohibited. At approximately 5 p.m. on October 6 near Shoto 1st Avenue, Shibuya, a girl walking home from school was asked by a suspicious man, "Do you know where I can get some chanko?" Chanko was a favorite dish of sumo wrestlers. The man asking her was around 30 years old, 170 centimeters tall, heavy-set with black hair, whose face looked very similar to the face of the sumo stickers. Always stay on well-lit, heavily traveled roads. Carry a personal alarm with you. Information released by Shibuya Police. Questions and tips. Name: Anonymous. I LOL'd. Give the poor guy a break. Is it wrong for a fat guy to want some chanko? jungle out there these days. People like us can't do anything without getting the cops called. Whose face looked very similar to the face on the sumo stickers? Are they sure he wasn't an actual sumo wrestler? Why? What's he got to do with the sumo stickers? So now you're a suspicious person just for asking for directions? What the hell? I'm gonna be honest. Talking to a schoolgirl was a no-no. Talking to a schoolboy would also be a no-no. The only safe option would be to go find a real sumo wrestler and ask him. Actually, I think I saw this guy a week ago. He was running down Tamagawa Street, really sweaty. He kept mumbling chanko, chanko, chanko. He really did look like the sumo sticker guy. Maybe he was the model for them. What's a sumo sticker? Someone tell me. Someone tell me if he ever actually got his chanko. This thing. I would piss myself if a guy like that talked to me. A guy who looks just like the sumo stickers? Says who? LOL. The news said they found a sumo sticker at the scene of the Love Hotel killing last month. Maybe this guy was the murderer. Like maybe he places a sticker each time he commits a murder. Japan is such a peaceful place. Get thee to the submarine. In other words, he'd been looking for his chanko for a whole week. Let's hope when they arrest him, they give him chanko instead of katsudon. Anyway, I feel like some chanko now. That's what I'm gonna say from now on. Yeah, oh yeah, motherfuckers want some of that chanko. Slowly but surely, the rumors about the sumo stickers started to spread. The rumors brought with them speculation and thus delusions as well. We didn't realize that once the gears started to turn, no one could stop them. Alright, we're gonna leave it there for now. It's a new day in there and shit. I think we covered a lot today. I think we covered a lot. That was actually amazing. That was actually amazing. The fact that that was a lot to take in. I don't know. I have a lot of questions unanswered. Who the fuck were those people that were in the freaking hospital? How the fuck Takeru was able to see the little girl in that room even though she wasn't there? And why were they even walking around the hospital like that? The old lady and the little girl. Who the fuck stabbed Kurusu and whatnot? And what's gonna happen with Takeru's cell phone? What's gonna happen with the camera? And what is he gonna find in there in the footage? A lot of questions that have to be answered. So we'll have to look definitely more into that in the next episode of the stream of Chaos Child. But anyways, if you've been enjoying this stream and you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. With that being said, Loco Dog, and thanks for coming through. Don't choke on that chanko. Have a wonderful night. I'm gonna see you boys and girls next time. I'm gonna leave you with the outro, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. See you next time. As always, I appreciate your viewership. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. That way you stay up to date with my streams. And if you want to join the Discord server, there is a link in the description. And don't forget to also subscribe to my other channel, which is also in the description of the video. This is Koko, baby. Have a wonderful night and don't choke on that chanko. Have a good night. Peace.